I guess everybody knows what's best for us, except us.
You're a natural born public speaker, and that's a fact.
Do you actually feel guilty, or were you just told to feel guilty?
Focus on actually what we can do.
Point it out and show it to me.
You have the freedom to do what you want to and be what you want to in America.
What are we going to do about it?
What oppressed me?
Just saying.
So the CRT stuff, BS.
Dealio, Fokios. I am Ty Smith and welcome to my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. And if you're just now seeing this channel for the first time, do yourself a favor, make sure you get an idea what this channel is about before you subscribe. But if you have been watching this channel for some time and you like what I've been doing, don't forget to subscribe. Double check to make sure that you still are subscribed, because trust me, people have been getting unsubscribed from my channel. I know you may seem weird, but people have been getting unsubscribed from my channel. So this came to me by the way of some people at work. Actually, they were like upset that this lady was saying some things that they thought that was kind of a little off, and they just wanted to know what my opinion was on it. So what I like to do is I tell people, don't try to give me no idea what she was saying, what she wasn't saying. I just like to see it. Just first off, just let me see it and get my interpretation in, but don't try to, in other words, don't try to give me y'all take on it so that it end up being like my thought process. I want to have a clean mind to going into it, if y'all know what I mean. So anyway, again, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to share. The way that these things get out is through you guys. You guys can share this on your platforms. You can also just let some family members know, like, hey, watch these people on YouTube that's talking about X, Y, and Z. Get it from their perspective. So anywho, I'm going to go ahead and lower this down right here. We're going to get into this to see what this whole thing is going to be about. If I'm able to get this right, let me shrink it down a little bit. Shrinky dinky. Boom, boom, bam, bam. Here we go. And let's get into it.
Well, I believe that eliminating the right of women to make decisions about when and whether to have children would have very damaging effects on the economy and would set women back decades. Roe v. Wade and access to reproductive health care, including abortion, helped lead to increased labor force participation.
Wow, about the money.
Did you say that ending the life of a child is good for the labor force participation rate?
Yep.
To reproductive health care, including abortion, helped lead to increased labor force participation.
A guy who was raised by a single mom who worked long hours to keep us out of poverty. I think people can disagree on the issue of being pro-life or pro-abortion.
Right.
But in the end, I think framing it in the context of labor force participation it just feels calloused. To me, seems harsh. And
well, I certainly don't mean to say what I think the effects are in a manner that's harsh. What we're talking about is whether or not women will have the ability to regulate their reproductive situation.
Yes, you can. It's called contraceptives. It's called getting on medication to keep yourself from getting pregnant. It's called using a condom, a female condom, getting a male condom with spermicide or whatever. And what are you talking about? Regulate her reproduction? Oh, you mean decide whether she wants to kill or not. Anyway, y'all, let's roll on.
In ways that will enable them to plan lives that are fulfilling and satisfying for them.
Whatever's convenient for you. Like I said, folks, I get the idea about using protection and everything to keep yourself from getting pregnant, but this seems like this is more of saying like, okay, don't worry about it. You get pregnant, we got an alternative for you. Better yet, it seems like it's more pushed towards everything is about money. I don't care what it is. Everything is about money. Women, do not have kids, okay? Because we want y'all to be in the workforce labor to make more money. We want y'all to pretty much be working to make more money for us that you're going to go out and work for. Do that. Just screw your family. Screw all that stuff. Screw happiness. Go out into the workforce. That's why they got these crazy agendas going on right now, if y'all haven't caught on to, where, especially amongst black people, they are really pushing black people, black women in particular, like nobody's business to, you don't need a man, get that job, get this, get your degree, girl, you got this, you don't need him, you got your own car, you got your own house, you got this, Notice that all they're doing is pushing materialistic stuff on you, but relationships is way more valuable than any materialistic thing you can get. Then the reality kicks in that you in your 40s and everything like that, and all of a sudden You lonely, or I can't find a good man, or I can't find a man. Then all of a sudden you start comparing that man to what you have materialistically. Well, girl, he work at this, and I'm not about to sit there and work with no, what he do what? I'm not about to get with no man to sit there and just work at such and such, and I got this my Ivy League education, my Ivy League like I said education, my Ivy League education. I have all this, and I'm supposed to get with him. Please, I need to find a man that's on my social economical level. It's crazy, but you're gonna be in your 40s and all that, then all of a sudden you want to settle down and have love. It's crazy. It's like it's a setup, is what it is. It may be a setup to where you're gonna end up boosting your job and getting them more money, financial and stuff flowing in. But for you as an individual, you're gonna be wrecked. You are going to be wrecked. You're going to be the one sitting there with all the dang on depression and the loneliness and everything because you're going to go off of what they're telling you to do right here. It's crazy.
And one aspect of a satisfying life is being able to feel that you have the financial resources to raise a child.
Hold on, did I hear that wrong?
Is in ways that to regulate their reproductive situation in ways
Sex life.
that will enable them to plan lives that are fulfilling and satisfying for them. And one aspect of a satisfying life is being able to feel that you have the financial resources to raise a child, that the children you bring into the world are wanted, and that you have the ability to take care of them.
The children you bring into the world are wanted. Man, see, that's crazy. Now here it is. It's about feelings. See, that's where you're gonna get mixed up, and that's why they are pushing all this emotional stuff right now, because you have a whole bunch of emotional unstable people out there. Kill a baby based off how you feel. That's what it's about. Matter of fact, all the mothers that are out there right now, even fathers, do you actually feel like a mother every single day? No, but you are one. Do I feel like a father every day? No, but am I one? Yes. Do I feel like I'm married every day? No, but I am married. It's not based off of feelings. See what I'm saying? That's why people are wrecked. That's why people are jacked up right now. Divorces and everything is just skyrocketing right now. That's why it's so easy for deadbeat fathers to leave their children. That's why it's so easy for women to kill their children, because it's based off of how you feel. I don't feel like being a father today. I don't feel like being a father to the child. I don't feel like being a father to all those baby mamas I got out there. So since I don't feel like it, I'm going to just leave my moral and financial responsibility to my children and just bounce. Women, I don't feel like having a kid or anything like that. I don't feel like being pregnant. Then why the freaking heck are you having sex then without no protection, without no contraceptive, if you don't feel like having children? Why are you practicing then? And then it's a mistake? No, it wasn't a mistake. It was planned. It's called boning. It's called porking. It's called having sex. What do you mean it wasn't planned? That doesn't even make any sense. You know, I'm sitting there playing with a knife and I'm cutting myself. I wasn't planning on bleeding. What kind of sense does that make? Well, you know, people do have sex time. Don't plan on getting pregnant. Getting pregnant is a result of having sex. So if you wasn't planning on being pregnant, then why are you having sex? Especially unprotected sex. And I'm not going to get all too deep on some folks, even premarital or whatever like that. Anyway, let me move on from that, because that's just some ridiculousness right there. I'm going to throw some comedic stuff in on this.
In many cases, abortions are of teenage women, particularly low income and often black, who aren't in a position to be able to care for children.
They were in a position. They were laying on their back with their legs open. That's how it happened. Get real here, folks. If they're pushing this crazy narrative and this rhetoric out like this, like, don't get me wrong, I get what she's saying. But in the long run, I am listening between the words, between what she's saying. What you pretty much are saying is that we don't want any little bastards running around here, anything like that, because we want y'all in the workforce. That's why, again, if you don't believe me, just look out there amongst the stuff that you see, whether it's on your TV, whether you see it out in the world, whether you see it through pamphlets. They are really pushing for, God, look at colleges right now. Statistically, there are way more women in college than there are men. There are way more black women with degrees than there are black men. Way more black women with degrees than there are black men. And then once they do get the degrees, and all of a sudden now they want to try to make it where it's like you need to be on the same social economical level when you do go out there and finally do get it. I'm telling you, it's deep in the black community. It's absolutely deep within black people, that if you are a black woman, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. But that's what they pushing at you, that you think you're going to find happiness. You are not going to find no more happiness than you are in family. Plain and simple. When it all comes down to it, is what I say at the end of my videos. Food, shelter, clothing, and great health. Plain and simple. That's it. And hold on.
Have unexpected pregnancies.
It's not unexpected. How is it unexpected when you having sex? How is it unexpected when y'all boning? How is it unexpected? Well, I didn't know that. Well, I didn't know that whenever he released himself in me, I didn't know that there's a chance that I can get pregnant. The heck out of here.
And it deprives them of the ability often to continue their education.
I know of people right now. My mom did it. Was in school, trying to raise us, trying to go to school. It was super crazy hard. I got out of college. All of a sudden, my mom went back. I helped her through college, and my mom graduated, got her bachelor's. You can go back and do it. I have somebody that's a friend of mine right now that is a certified occupational therapist assistant. She was going to school while raising her 2 kids as a single mom. She did it. Family. See, they want you to rely on them. Financial resources, welfare is going. I'm pretty sure something going to come up like that. Welfare, food stamps, and all this. In other words, government. But what about family? And the person I'm talking about, I'm not going to say her name. I didn't get permission to, but she know who she is if she's listening to this. She had family that helped out because that's what families do. Now, yeah, I've had deep talks with her, and I would say, what you did, now it was hard. Why? Because of the decision that you made to have sex like you did, and then you got 2 kids. But that's nobody's fault. So of course it's hard. This right here is a consequence of the decision that you made when you laid down and had sex. So of course it's going to be hard. And especially this girl made it through certified occupational therapy school. Man, did it though. Yeah, she's black too, but she did it. Single parent, 2 kids. Struggled. It was hard. Of course it was. But it was really hard like that because it was a consequence of the decision that she made early. My mom, not putting my mom on blast, my mom struggled with us. It's me and my brother. It's 4 of us. And thank God my mom didn't decide to kill us. Thank God she didn't decide to kill me. 4 of us. Got super hard for her. Man, they was letting us work as early as 11, 12 years old. We were up there working out there, detasseling corn, picking tomatoes, going around the city and picking, cleaning up lots and everything like that. Me and my brothers, so we can make some money so we can help her out in some kind of way. That's what family is supposed to do. But in this case like this, they want you to just kill your baby, and if not, try to scare you into it because you don't have the financial resources. Your baby's going to grow up in poverty. It's going to be detrimental for him. Why would you bring him into the world like this? But then they want you to keep on working and working and working, becoming that Ivy woman, becoming that executive woman, becoming that woman that's, having these high positions and everything like that. Then when you get into your 40s and all of a sudden now you got a high risk pregnancy. So now we're going to tell you can probably only have 1 child. China. Pushing a China communist rhetoric on you. You don't even know it.
To later participate in the workforce. So there is a spillover into labor force participation, but it means that children will grow up in poverty and do worse themselves.
Thank you.
That does not mean anything like that whatsoever. Let's break this down. What do you mean poverty? See, guys, I got to get this is what people going to come at me and say, well, that's because it's you. That doesn't mean that everybody. Bull crap BS. Listen to what I'm getting ready to tell you. We can be considered what this lady said as being impoverished or poor. We grew up in the projects. We grew up in the hood. You grew up in the ghettos. I'm talking ghetto. I'm not going to go too deep into detail, but it got so bad at one time that where we was going around picking cans, turning the cans in for money so we can have something to eat. Yeah, it got to a point where it's like that. But when I got older, got out of school, I'm talking college. When I started doing track and field and started doing it on a professional level, I met a bunch of rich people. I have rich mentors right now. I've been over to these people's houses. Some of my mentors, they got big, immaculate houses. Some of my other mentors that are multimillionaires, they have a double wide trailer on a bunch of land. Multimillionaire. But you know what I found to be real common about that? Is that I noticed while I was going through school, I went to school full time, 21 credit hours, right? Still had track practice. And then went and worked at a furniture store from 4:30 to 11 o'clock. Would come home, hold my son in one arm, rocking him while my wife is trying to get some sleep. And I had 2 kids at this time while reading a book in this hand, just like this, right? So yeah, you can say things like, now, were we poor? No. Was it struggle? Yes, but is struggle bad? No. My wife stayed at home. My wife has her degree, by the way, too. Has her degree. She stayed home with my kids. I went to college full time. I still worked and I still studied. I was able to do it. Was it hard? Yes, but who said it hard is bad? Who said hard is bad? So what I'm getting at you guys is this. If you would have seen where we lived at in St. Louis, you would have said, oh man, that's a impoverished area. That stuff is all a freaking mindset. Because once I got with a lot of my rich friends that are freaking crazy wealthy right now, you know what I saw? You know what I noticed? When my sons then grew up, they played, they ate, they complained, they whined, they pooped, and then they repeated it. They jumped around on couches, they flipped. We took them to parks. Rich people, guess what their kids did in those rich immaculate homes? They played, they ate, they cried, they whined, they jumped around on couches, they crashed into stuff, they got taken to parks. My sons then rode in the backseat of my 98 Chevy Cavalier. They might have rode in the backseat of a Rolls Royce or a Porsche or a Bentley, but the kid didn't know it. My point is, you saying this whole thing about these kids growing up impoverished, but as a kid does not know that they are in poverty. A kid does not know that. They do not know that. Now, we were like preteens when I told you guys about the struggle that we went through. We did what we had to do in order to get through. Was it hard? Yes. But was it obtainable? Yes. Look at where we are right now. Me and my brothers, none of us starved to death. Nobody in my family starved to death. None of my cousins, none of us starved to death. We got through. We did what we needed to do to get through it. But at the same time, there's nothing to say about my mom. It became super hard for her. Why? Because my dad dipped out on us. I think we 4 or 5 years old, dipped out. But at the same time, again, it was because it was a result of the decisions that my mom and my dad decided to make as kids. They were teenagers. And having me and my brothers is a result of that. My dad dipped out. That's a consequence of the decision that she made. Both of them. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's what I'm saying. This whole poverty thing is a mindset. What do you mean? Oh, so you want them to kind of grow up? Oh, if we're talking middle class, that means it's gonna take that woman what? A single woman? Okay, she's gonna have to be single. She's gonna get into the workforce, try to work her way up to where she can be on a middle class like type level. Want to tell you why it's gonna take her a long time to get there? Because number one, she's gonna have student loans to pay off, right? And when she get to a point to where, my student loans are down real low, so I can actually go and probably get a home right now. She ain't paying on that already if she ain't get one already. And then she has a car already she's gotten to that she's paying on. So by the time she can get herself balanced off, she's going to be in her 40s or mid 40s. And then by the time doctor's going to tell her, well, you're high risk. So at the most, probably one kid is probably what you're going to want to do. How do you know this woman didn't want to have multiple children? I want to have a family. There's shows on there right now, guys. They're not giving y'all the reality of what these women really go through and what these women really, really feel. There's a show on right now that Steve Harvey cousin, they call him nephew Tommy. He has a show on right now. Y'all should see this. People trying to find love late in the game because they just worked as career women, and then here they are in their 40s. They want to have kids now, and they'll tell you that they made a mistake. They wish they wouldn't have went after it like they did. So anyway, y'all, let me go on because I know I'm blabbing on.
Let me just claim my time on the topic.
This is the truth.
I'll just simply say that as a guy raised by a black woman in abject poverty, I'm thankful to be here.
Yes.
As United States Senator first. Second thing I'd say is that
United States Senator. His mom could have he would not be where we would not have a brilliant mind here right now. We would not have smart people. We would not have people like this guy right here on here saying things like he's saying right now, Mr. Tim Scott. We would not have people like him saying what he's saying right now. He would not be in a position had his mom listened to what this woman said.
we can at the same time have a real conversation about increasing child tax credits that are refundable. We can at the same time have a conversation about the opportunity to have a more robust system around the issue of child care, of early childhood education. We could have a conversation about financial literacy. There's a lot of ways for us to address the issue about the child that's here. So
yes.
That just to me was
So yeah, people, y'all heard that right there. That was a very, like you said, it was a callous remark right there. And I'm about to be bad.
Hello, homies, peeps. I'm Richard Larson, and I am the CEO of Planned Parent Killer Nigglehood. And I just want to come to you guys and just tell you about our wonderful programs we have. You know, we have programs set up to where we can definitely help eliminate a lot of you black people from having those little bastards. You know, we can kill them right at 8 weeks. We can kill them at 12 weeks. We can kill them practically whenever you want to. And we're actually working on trying to get them killed 28 days after they've been born. So I just want to let you guys know that, you know, we are here for you. We definitely are about diversity, equity, and inclusion. In fact, we love the black people so much that we've put all of our Planned Parenthood mostly in you guys' areas. You know, we want you to have that easy access. You want to know why? Because we know that it's hard for you guys to get IDs. We know that it's hard to use the transit system. We know there's a struggle there. So, but again, you know, we're here for you because we know what it's like to have a bunch of little nigglets running around, you know, and we definitely don't want those, just another freaking mouth on the welfare. We definitely don't want those. So yeah, we can help you dispose of those little nigglets if you would like to at, you know, Planned Parent Kill a Nigglerhood. And we're here for you. We have programs, and we want to keep on encouraging you to keep having as much sex as you want, because we have the remedy for you. We will get rid of those little nigglets for you. If you would like to come in, we'll be happy to talk with you. Don't discuss it with your parents. You don't have to discuss it with anyone. We'll take you as early as 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And just let us help you out, because we're here for you. Because, you know, as a single black mother, you don't know what you're doing. We know what's best for you. You know, you can't make it out there in the world. You know, your mind is not developed enough. You know, in fact, I know what's best for you. That's why I'm telling you this, because I know what's best for you. You can't survive without me. You need me because you don't have family. And the reason why you don't is because you're killing them all. And, you know, you just don't. You just don't. I mean, most likely if you're a single mother, I'm pretty sure that your mother was a single mother too. And your daddy is probably a deadbeat, which makes you a bastard, which is why I'm telling you we can get rid of your little bastards for you, you know. So yeah, just come on up here and visit us. You can find us on the corner of about just about any ghetto. Is that how you said ghetto?
Ghetto.
Yeah, you can find us in the ghetto. You can find us in the hood where it's all good. You know, you can find us any of those places right there. And you know, we're here for you. We are here for you. We don't want you to develop any relationships that are loving and fulfilling. We don't want you to do any of those things. We don't want you to get with any men that's going to be fulfilling for you. We definitely do not want you to be in a relationship where, you know, you both are agreeable. We definitely don't want you to have any children, you know, because there's a good chance that they're going to grow up in poverty. I said it right. You're going to grow up in poverty. Yeah, your child will grow up in poverty. So kill the little bastard. You know, you don't. The last thing you want is a child growing up in poverty, right? So we'll help you, and also go and, you know, we want to make sure that you're getting out there in the workforce, so we can just use you to make money more for us. And you go out there and become that great career woman and decide to have children maybe when you're like, you know, your 40s, where your ovaries may be dried up, but hey, at least you became that career woman. You may not be happy as you think you were with material things and money, but hey, so what? At least you didn't bring a little bastard into the world, right? I mean, gosh. And I would advise some of you. We actually have a coupon here that we have a lady that she's up to 23 abortions. If you beat her, we will give you a year's supply of free Popeye's chicken or Church's chicken, depending on the region that you're in. So yeah, I'm Richard Larson, and come and see me at Planned Parent Kill a Nigglerhood, and look forward to working with you.
What's going on, everybody? So hey, check this out. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to view these videos. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also right here is where you can catch the next video, the latest video that I've done. But like right up here, this is stuff that I've done kind of in the past. So in this area, you might find a video that I've done in the past. It can be funny, it can be something serious, it does not matter. But this is something that you can also do to check out more material that I do in my channel, because I do a lot in this channel, all right? So again, appreciate everything from you guys. Keep on watching it, keep on supporting it, and God bless you all.